Hello and welcome to Sarah English, where you can improve your English by listening to interesting stories, famous people, and real-life journeys. Today, we're going to listen to the incredible life story of one of the most famous entertainers in history, a man who could make millions of people laugh without saying a single word, a man who came from extreme poverty and became a worldwide legend. His name was Charlie Chaplin. So, put on your headphones, relax, and listen carefully. Let's begin. Charlie Chaplin was born on April 16, 1889, in London, England. His childhood was very difficult. His family was poor and there was not enough money for food and other basic needs. Charlie's parents were entertainers. His father was a singer and his mother was a performer. Charlie grew up around the world of entertainment, but his family life was not happy. When Charlie was still very young, his father left the family. His mother also had serious problems and struggled to support her children. Because of poverty, Charlie had to face many difficulties at a very young age. He even spent time in a workhouse. For a young child, life was extremely hard. But Charlie had something special. He had a natural talent for performing. He could make people laugh. He could copy people. He could dance. And he understood how to express emotions through his face and body. When he was only a child, Charlie started performing on stage. He slowly gained experience as an entertainer. He learned how to make an audience laugh. These early experiences would later become very important in his career. As a young man, Chaplin traveled to America with a theater group. America was becoming the center of a new entertainment industry called cinema. At that time, movies were silent. There were no spoken conversations. Actors had to communicate through movement, facial expressions, and body language. This was perfect for Charlie Chaplin. In 1914, he appeared in his first movies. Soon, he created the character that would make him famous around the world. The character was called the Little Tramp. The Little Tramp wore a small hat, a funny mustache, a large jacket, loose trousers, and big shoes. He usually carried a walking stick. He looked funny, but there was something emotional about him. The Little Tramp was poor, but he was proud. He often had problems, but he never completely gave up. He tried to find happiness even when life was difficult. People everywhere could understand this character, and they loved him. Chaplin quickly became one of the biggest stars in silent cinema. His movies were funny, but they also had something deeper. He often showed the problems of poor people and ordinary workers. He showed loneliness, friendship, love, hunger, and hope. One of his greatest strengths was his ability to make people laugh and think at the same time. His success grew rapidly. He became an actor, director, writer, and composer. Instead of simply acting in movies, Chaplin wanted to control the creative process. He wanted to tell his own stories in his own way. Some of his most famous films include The Kid, The Gold Rush, City Lights, and Modern Times. In The Kid, Chaplin combined comedy with a touching story about a child. In The Gold Rush, he showed the little tramp trying to survive in difficult conditions. In City Lights, he created a beautiful story about love and kindness. And in Modern Times, he used comedy to show the problems created by modern factories and machines. Chaplin was not only a comedian, he was also a storyteller. His movies could cross language and cultural barriers. People did not need to understand English to understand his comedy. They could see his actions and emotions and immediately understand what was happening. That is one reason his popularity became international. But Chaplin's life was not always easy after he became famous. He faced criticism and controversy. Some people disliked his political ideas. Others criticized his personal life. In the 1950s, Chaplin left the United States and moved to Switzerland. He continued working and creating music. He also spent more time with his family. Although he was far from Hollywood, people around the world continued to remember his work. In 1972, Chaplin returned to the United States to receive an Honorary Academy Award. It was a very emotional moment. The man who had once struggled with poverty was now being honored by the same country where he had built his incredible career. Charlie Chaplin died on December 25, 1977, in Switzerland. He was 88 years old, but his story did not end there. His movies continued to be watched by new generations. His famous Little Tramp continued to make people laugh, and his life continued to inspire people. Charlie Chaplin's story teaches us something important. Your beginning does not have to decide your ending. Chaplin began his life in poverty. He experienced loneliness and hardship, but he used his talent, creativity, and determination to create something extraordinary. He turned difficult experiences into art. He made people laugh during difficult times, and he became one of the most recognizable figures in the history of cinema. So, the next time you watch a Charlie Chaplin movie, remember the person behind the funny hat, the walking stick, and the famous mustache. Remember the little boy from London who faced a difficult childhood. Remember the young performer who refused to give up. And remember the artist who showed the world that sometimes you can say something powerful without saying a single word. This is the incredible life story of Charlie Chaplin. And if you enjoyed listening to this story while learning English, stay connected with Sarah English. Here, we learn English through stories that are interesting, useful, and easy to listen to. If this video helped you improve your listening skills, please like this video and subscribe to Sarah English so you can come back whenever you want another interesting English story. Also, tell us in the comments, what is your favorite Charlie Chaplin movie or character? Your comment could help other English learners discover a great movie too. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep improving your English, one story at a time. See you in the next story, here on Sarah English.